The Supreme Court today said that a special investigation team comprising 3 senior IPS officers who do not belong to the state of Madhya Pradesh must investigate the FIR against BJP Minister Kumar Vijay Shah for his remarks against Colonel Sofia Qureshi. Qureshi, as you know, gained national attention during the Indian Air Force's military operations against terrorist sites in Pakistan, which was titled as Operation Sindoor. She had addressed the media on behalf of the armed forces during that time. BJP Minister Kumar Vijay Shah later made controversial remarks at a public event saying that those who wiped off the Sindoor of our daughters, we avenged them by sending their sister to destroy them. These remarks were widely perceived as a communal and personal attack on Colonel Qureshi. Last week, the Madhya Pradesh High Court took suo motu cognizance of the remarks. It called the language used by Shah as disparaging, dangerous, and language of the gutters. It directed the MP DGP to immediately register an FIR. Today, the matter came up before a bench of Justices Surya Kant and N. Koteshwar Singh of the Supreme Court in response to 2 petitions filed by Vijay Shah. First, challenging the High Court's direction to register an FIR, and second, challenging High Court's observation that it would monitor the investigation. The top court has directed that a special investigation team be constituted to probe this case. The SIT must consist of 3 senior IPS officers who are not from Madhya Pradesh, with at least one of them being a woman. The court observed that Madhya Pradesh DGP is to form this team by 10 a.m. tomorrow. The SIT will be headed by an officer of Inspector General of Police rank, while the other 2 members must be of the rank of Superintendent of Police or higher. While the court has stayed Vijay Shah's arrest, this relief is conditional upon his full cooperation with the investigation. Additionally, let me tell you, the court directed that a status report be submitted by the SIT on the progress of the probe. The matter will now be taken up for further hearing on 28th May. Let me also tell you here that the court rejected Shah's public apology. Also, the bench addressed the representatives of the state and questioned their lack of action in the matter. It remarked that when the High Court had to step in and effectively rewrite the FIR, it reflected poorly on the state's response. It asked whether the authorities had even examined if any cognizable offense was made out against the minister. Emphasizing the importance of fair and responsible governance, the bench stated that people expect the state to act impartially and uphold the rule of law. The court acknowledged that the High Court had fulfilled its duty by taking suo motu action, but pointed out that the state should have taken more substantial steps on its own by this point.